so welcome back to the second installment of the Hummer frame repair. The Hummer frame replacement. Headache Hummer frame replacement. Video 2. So anyways, we've got a lot of stuff done since the last video. The garage is a complete mess. We've got cardboard here, all of our cutouts. We have bits and pieces from the old frame. The bench is a complete mess. We've got our Sawzall blades. Let me turn on some light here. Alright. So yeah, we have got scraps, grindings, rust, pieces of frame, disc, sanding disc, grinding disc. We've got everything. We've got bits and pieces cut out of the frame or out of the metal here. We've got a bunch of splatter and a bunch of dust here. The truck itself, the Hummer itself, is all dusty. But we do have, let me grab my flashlight here. But we do have us a frame underneath the Hummer. I jumped a little ahead. I know I told you guys I was going to come back when I was going to put the frame on. And well, the frame is on. Not completely, but it is mounted and it is in place. We started welding right here. I don't know if we're picking that up with that light. There we go. So yeah, we got this sort of tacked on, I guess. I don't have the other side done. I don't have the top done or the bottom. But yeah, guys, this is how she turned out. I think she turned out really well. We've got our body mount on. Let me try to hold this light and the camera together so I can point at some of this stuff. Alright, so we got our body mount on. This is the original mount. All this section, of course, is brand new. The top part is original. The bottom section is brand new. We'll go underneath here in a minute. But yeah, this mounted up. This has already been tightened up. So the frame is in place. It is where it needs to be. We still got to weld this up right here. But let's go underneath and look. The reason we got the foil over the whole line for the, this is your fill tube and your vent tube for the fuel tank. We do got to do some welding on the air side. I really don't want any splatter to hit any of that. We do still have the gas tank in place. I didn't pull it out. I guess I like to live life a little dangerous. So we should be okay. There's only it's only half tank of gas in there. It's only about 10 gallons of gas. But we also do have this back brace started, welded up. This is the part we had to cut off with the frame. Here's a new section that had to be put in where there was rust here. So we got all new metal there. The top plate over on the frame is new, or is original, but then like right here we had to do a patch there, had to do another patch right here, but you can see everything's nice and solid. Here's our new leaf mount, our shackle mount right here. It's welded in place directly across from the other one where it should be. Here we can get a better idea of what we did. Let's see, let me get this figured out. Okay, there we go. So yeah, here's our new leaf spring shackle mount where it should be. Here's another part of cross bracing right here where we had a piece in a piece of metal. I do have a little bit of a gap in my cross bracing. I think that's where I built back. It came a little short, but we're going to get that all welded in, just like we did right here. You know, see right here, this has all been welded in. So we still got welded here, still got weld here, here, here. This piece here is going to bend back up like that on there. And then, of course, there's our shock mount right here, exactly where it's supposed to be there. Another little piece right here was pieced in. And then right here is where our inner frame is going to have to get welded here, across here, and across here into the bottom. And that will complete it, and we can start putting everything back together. So what I'm gonna focus on right now is we're gonna focus on getting the garage cleaned up a little bit. Get the floor swept up, get the vents cleaned off, get all this stuff cleaned up. It's a little bit of a mess. So I'm gonna get that done real quick, and when we come back, we're going to start completing our welding. So, all right, give me a minute and we'll get back to it. All right, guys, so it's been actually about 2 hours. I did not film any of the welding underneath the vehicle. The main reason being, try to set my little tripod up underneath there. I had it over here. You really couldn't see anything because I was in the way. And if I'd gotten it any closer, I would have been getting a lot of splatter on the camera. And I didn't want to do that. So, we do have everything welded up. We got the frame welded up right up here. It's all back together. Got the bottom welded up. We got our cross bracing welded up here, here, and here. So I think we're all done welding. Everything went back together pretty good. I had to put some pieces here to fill in those gaps, and then also right here so I could get everything welded up nice and tight. So yeah, we're back together. The frame's all the way back in. So I'm gonna go ahead, call it a night tonight, because it is about 10:30, maybe almost 11 o'clock. Been out here a while, but tomorrow in the morning we're gonna come back and we're gonna get our bumper put on. We're gonna get the new leaf spring over here put on. Still gotta cut the shackle off the old spring. That's gonna be fun because none of these bolts came out of the leaf spring. I had to cut the mount up here. If we can see that right there, it's pretty dark. I don't have my flashlight on me, but I had to cut that bolt out of that mount. And then of course the shackle, the leaf spring sitting outside. So we're going to go ahead and cut the bolt out. That way we can get the leaf spring bolted up to our new shackle mount. Get the rear end put back on, leaf spring put on, our link put on, muffler put back on. So I had to pull that. The bumper put back on. I did test fit the bumper. Everything went back together there except for right here. I'm going to have to grind this hole out just a hair on this side. So we're going to come back in the morning and start on that stuff. So we'll be back just like that. Alright guys, so it is the next day. We're out here working on the Hummer. We've got the leaf spring over here about ready to get mounted. Back into position. We got everything all welded up. Like I said last night, frame's looking really good. Everything's looking really nice. It's definitely in comparison to what it looked like before. But what we got to do is we got to get this shackle. This is our leaf spring shackle. Here's the old leaf spring. I had to cut it. These bolts are stuck on. They are froze in their sleeves. They're not coming out. I've tried to hammer them, heat them. So we're going to cut it here, cut it down here, flip her around, because we need this shackle off. So we're going to get into that right now. Alright, so we got the shackle cut out. Here's our shackle. It is free of the old leaf, the old shackle mount. As you can see, there is no way we could reuse this thing. It is just too far gone, way rotted out. Here's our old leaf spring on the end of it. So we're going to take our new bolts. We got our leaf spring sitting over here. We got the rear end jacked up in the air, so we're going to work on getting this leaf spring mounted. Alright guys, so this is really exciting. We got the shock in, or the, sorry, spring in. We're going to be moving to a shock. But everything is mounting up really nice. Look at this shackle. Oh, it's so nice to be able to see it. See it finally sitting where it should be and looking nice and safe. So we're getting closer to getting the Hummer done. Everything's lining up really well. You can see that shackle over there. It's lined up just like this one. So everything is going together really nice. Our sway bar mount. Rod's gonna go in right there. Exactly where it should be. Alright, so we're gonna get into putting on finally. Man, this set of shocks that I ordered for the Hummer, I want to say back in, God, I think I've had the Hummer since June. And of course, oh God, this bumper's heavy. And of course I found out about the rear end, I want to say around July-ish. Right here we got shocks, and then I also think that is a transmission filter for the Hummer also, so we'll be getting that put in. But we're gonna get the back shocks put on today, so we're gonna get into that real quick. And finally after how many months now? Quite a few. 5 months, get these shocks put on, or at least get the back ones put on today. Alright, so we're going to work on the passenger side shock. Right now, let me grab a light. That way we can see this a little bit better. These shocks sort of are a pain to remove. The fact that these bolts are extremely rusty and these brackets are extremely weak that they go into the clips. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a Sawzall, we're going to cut this one and then cut the other one on the other side and then replace them with new bolts. Alright, so let's get into cutting this out. Alright guys, so we got the shock off. Had a hell of a time doing it. Me and the Hummer have a personal war here when it comes to removing these old shocks. They are a pain in the butt. But it's off. New shock is on. I don't know if we can see that. I think we can. Looks real good on there. So this side's all buttoned up. That's the only thing I need to do to the passenger side was to replace the shock. Test fitting the bumper right now. Looks really good. Except for the one mount hole, the rear hole. I have to grind a little bit out of the hole. Like probably less than a 1/4 inch. So I'm working on doing that. But I am going to end the video now. Not end the video, but we're going to jump. I'm going to stop for the evening. That's what I should be saying. So I'm going to stop for the evening. Then after work tomorrow, I'll be back out here. So we'll be back in the tomorrow afternoon. Alright everybody, so it is the next evening. I got out here a little later than I would have liked. But got a little bit of stuff done off camera. We have got our bumper mounted back up to the frame. Everything bolted up really good. I did have to grind out this bolt here. I don't know if we can pick that up. I did have to remove a little bit of the metal there. But guys, everything is going back together really good. We got both shocks on. We got everything bolted together on our suspension. Right now, we're really just working on the very last thing, which is the muffler. I did have to remove the muffler so I could get access to all this stuff up here and weld it. So what I gotta do is make another little cut right here on the exhaust going back towards the motor, so I can slip on this little collar here That's going to allow me to clamp all this stuff back together. So we're going to work on getting that on. Then we got to put our tire on, drop her on the ground, and she's, man, I think she's going to be ready to take a nice little test drive. So let's work on this, getting this clamp back in, getting our muffler attached to the exhaust, and get ready to take old Headache Hummer here on a little drive down the road to see how she does. All right, everybody. So we got the Hummer pulled out of the garage, and it's not the next day. It's not the next week. It has actually been about 3 months since I got the Hummer frame finished. Had a lot of issues. Lost my camera for about 2 months with this video on it. And then I also had a few personal things I had to deal with. But yeah, so we're bringing this, the end of the video, on, I think today is February 4th. Or sorry, March 4th. So yeah, we did the frame in November, and it's been a few months. And the Hummer is held up pretty good. We can see the tire looks nice and straight. Everything went back together really good, of course. Put about 2,000 miles on the Hummer in the past few months. Drove it through some pretty heavy snows we had here in Ohio. But everything's doing really good. We can see, like I said right here, the tire. The gap here is exactly where it's supposed to be. And another thing I noticed is the Hummer always had a little bit of a lean on the front. It does not, man. She's sitting real nice and straight. Everything's been running really good. So as promised, though, we are going to take a ride down the road. And yeah, let you guys hear that there's no clunks, no nothing. Oh man, she's doing really, really good. Gotta say, it is a beautiful day in Central Ohio. Today we're expecting a high of 70 degrees. Then we're gonna get some rain. And then of course, like Ohio fashion, it's gonna get cold again next week. But let's take the Hummer down the road and yeah, we'll see how she rides. In fact, take a little ride through the yard. Got the windows down, sunroof open. Go. Like I said, she's been running out really good. Hopefully this is all being picked up. Haven't had a single issue with the frame. I've been checking the welds. I checked them for about the first month. Nothing's broke. Nothing's come off. I gotta say, I think it was a really solid repair. But we're going to do a quick little turnaround here, get back to the house, wrap up this video, finally get this video out to everybody. Check the underside of the frame, go in the garage, go over a new little project that's about to pop up. I'm sure everybody knows what that is. And yeah, wrap this video up. We'll come down and hit this. We'll hit this a little hard here. Woo! There we go. As you can tell, there's no noise, no nothing, man. She's solid. We'll get underneath there. We'll take one last look at the frame repair. Oh, it's actually flash rust over a little bit, so you almost can't even tell she's been fixed. Oh, let's get down here. Hopefully it's picking everything up. Oh. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it or not. Probably not. Well, you see everything still looks really good. I don't know if we can pick up where the welds are. Everything went back right there. It's all real good. Everything's real nice and solid. There's our shackle. Everything's really good there. So yeah. Overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I know I've gotten a couple comments on a couple Hummer forums on Facebook. I've posted a video too. Helped one guy out. He's doing sort of the same repair. He was having issues trying to find that shackle. So it's really cool you'll be able to help some people out. But like I said, we got the other project in here. And there's our Corvette motor. Of course, if anybody's watched the short little update video I did, we know, or you should know, switching over to a 383. Got our head studs in. Just got my Howard's cam today. I'm switching it over to a roller cam, so I'm really excited about that. Never had a roller cam before. I've always wanted one. Gaskets we got there. We got some stuff there. We got the timing set there. Got the oil pump on it. So anyways, watch for that. It's going to be a probably about 2 or 3 part series I'm going to do on it. On taking this motor out, putting the motor in, getting everything hooked up, showing how to get everything dialed in, and then of course getting the old Corvette back on the road. I haven't drove her since probably around, I want to say, late last September. And on a nice 70-degree day like today in March, man, I would love to take her for a spin. But unfortunately I can't because she needs a motor. So, alright everybody, I'm going to get out of here. Sorry about this video being so late. Really sorry about the last part of it being 3 months after I had everything completed. You know, like, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button. Right now I'm at 1,100 subscribers, so I thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. I thank all the new subscribers I have. The channel has been monetized, so that's really exciting. It's not making much money, but hey, it's making something. So anyways, yeah, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the Corvette videos. All right.